smooth sailing at the moment.
A lot of traffic for Tommy to work on right now. He saw it get through these guys. And it's a real touch-and-go situation. On street tracks, it's real close out there, cement walls on both sides, and you need to play it with caution. He's not in a situation where he has to push hard. He just has to bring it home and finish.
The 33 car has spun. Now there's Chris Neifel, third place, and here comes Scott Sharp. And he banged the tire barrier rather hard and probably damaged the right side of that car, and so some fire breaking out. What could that have been caused by?
I'm not really sure where the fire came from, but again, it looks like he's starting to have a problem with tires. We talked about that earlier. I've been in that situation where the tires go off, and it's just like running around on marbles out there.
Now, he did not lose a position. He remains in fourth spot. However, could that car be damaged to the point where it's not going to be? It looks like the right front of that car is dragging a little bit.
They did do a little damage for sure.
So Scott Sharp will be trying. There's smoke coming from the car, probably body work rubbing on a tire perhaps. Behind him, a great battle. Here is Darren Brassfield in number 5, the red car, and Robert Lapalainen in the black and yellow Mustang right behind him. The 11 car of Bob Zeeb not on the lead lap, but ooh, look at Darren Brassfield broadslide his Oldsmobile around the corner and pass Zeeb, the slower car.
Looks like Zeeb may have been doing just a little bit of blocking there on Darren, so Lapalainen could catch up. A little bit of team strategy. Darren and the Neolite Oldsmobile.
And he apparently now able to hold off the challenge of Robert Lapalainen, at least for the moment. This is the battle for the 4th and 5th positions. The leader, Tommy Kendall, current points leader in Trans Am competition, looking for win number 2 of 1990 and win number 2 of his career in Trans Am competition. It looks as if they're going to bring the 33 car of Scott Sharp in. Indeed, he is in. John Kernan is right there.
Bob, they go around to the right side of the car. They've got a tire iron out there, and they're prying away some of the metal away from the tires. Apparently, it was a piece of the body rubbing against it. Now they tell Scott to get going. Once again, he's having a little trouble getting it out of the pits, but he finally gets away.
Scott Sharp roars back into competition after having hit one of the tire barriers very hard. We'll see now if there's any smoke coming from that car and if they were able to pull the bodywork away from the tire and prevent the smoke from happening. Once again, we go back and see what happened to Scott Sharp just a couple of laps ago.
It kind of looks like he just got in a little too hard, and the rear end just slipped right out and had no place to go but right in a tire barrier. We talked earlier, street courses not forgiving whatsoever. Push the edge just a little bit, get a little too far over, and you're in the wall.
So the leader is Tommy Kendall, and in second place now is the number 3 car, his teammate of Chris Neifel, and the interval between the two is 16 seconds. We're glad you could join us on this Sunday from Des Moines, Iowa Trans Am race. A lot of people have gathered in the downtown area for this race as the cars go across the river and then come back on this 1.8-mile street course that has been laid out in Des Moines, Iowa. There is the leader, Tommy Kendall. Currently, there are 8 cars on the lead lap. Kendall is the leader. Second place is Chris Neifel. In third spot is Darren Brassfield. And in fourth is Robert Lapalainen. We're trying to find the second place car and give you an indication of how much an advantage Tommy Kendall has on his teammate, Chris Neifel. There he is. Cars are identical except for the number.
Tommy has a lot of breathing room.
Yeah, he does. He's in good shape right at the moment. Chris Neifel, also a former IndyCar driver. And boy, there has been more than one race car that Chris Neifel has had trouble getting into, fitting into. He's 6'5" or so.
Well, that's what the nickname. Both he and Tommy are pretty tall. They're nicknamed the Twin Towers. And fortunately for them, both of them are tall, so you can set the cars up a lot the same. Same situation, same positioning in the car, same pedal position and so on. So if they were to have a problem, they could ideally have a spare car that could fit either of them.
Neifel is probably going to improve himself in points He came into this race tied for third with Paul Gentilossi. However, Gentilossi is out of competition. And there is Darren Brassfield and Robert Lapalainen as they battle for third position. Lapalainen may make a move here on Darren, outbreaking him. Yes, he does. A good move by Robert Lapalainen to go into third.
Good move right up the inside. Heavy braking area. Last minute dived out. Zipped right up the inside.
Mustang against Oldsmobile. These guys are 30 seconds behind, so they have a lot of closing in to do to second position, but they have to worry about their own battle for the moment.
Robert and Darren both have really been on the move throughout this whole race. Darren more than Robert started back on the 10th position and is slowly working his way up through the field.
Darren Brassfield, the only driver in Trans Am competition who has won twice this year. Now the yellow number 8 car is the next one positioning on the racetrack. That is 5th place, Les Lindley, car number 8. He's from Anaheim, California. Best finish this year is 6th at the opener in Phoenix. Has not had particularly good luck in Trans Am racing this year. He's finished 34th at Sears Point and 35th in Detroit and 39th in the most recent race at Cleveland. But has things worked out here this afternoon in Des Moines?
Get a chance to look at it. It's a big bump as he turns onto the front straight. Really throws the car out of could be the situation what happened earlier. Just hit that bump, got sideways, and got away from him.
Les first competed with the SCCA in a regional meet in 1978. He raced at the club level through 1980. Raced B production in 78, had 3 victories and placed second in the sedan division at the runoffs in 1979, and he was the 1980 Southern Pacific GT1 champion. Well, the dice continues between Robert Lapalainen and Darren Brassfield.
If I was in Darren's position, I'd just be keeping the heat all over Lapalainen. He knows he's in the V8, going to be a little tougher on tires, a little bit heavier car. Just keep his mirrors full the whole race, side to side. Make him work those tires, make him work his car. Keep the car as fresh behind him as possible. Wait for those last 10 laps to make the pass.
Where are the passing opportunities on this racetrack? We got a couple of long straightaways. Is that where you do it?
At the end of long straightaways is the best opportunity, probably the only opportunity. It's really touch and go if he tries to make the pass anywhere else. He can make them cleanly at the end of the front straight, at the end of the back straight, going across the bridge in the back. Could stick his nose up underneath there. So there's a number of places to pass here in Des Moines.
Crossing the start-finish line and headed into turn number 1 again. 32 laps have been completed. We're nearing the halfway point of this event. The SCCA hoping that they can work this race into a 2-hour time slot.
Overall, it's been problem-free.
Yes, it has.
For the most part, I was expecting a lot more cautions, and it's been pretty clear going.
We showed you the average speed of the race just a few moments ago, and you noticed that it was about 10 miles an hour faster than last year. Now, the qualifying speed here this weekend was about 5 miles an hour faster than last year, and that's probably a combination of a couple of things. First, that the cars perhaps have been improved and the tires improved over the past year, but a lot of these drivers who came here last year are more familiar with it this year and therefore are able to drive it better. There is Scott Sharp, car number 33. He is in 6th position at the moment. John Kernan is in his pit and can tell us about the problems, if any, that Scott is having right now.
Bob, I'm with Jim Rogers, the crew chief for Scott Sharp, and you had to pull some of the body away from the tires. You got that problem fixed, though?
Yes, we have. Also, on that same altercation with the tire wall, it seems he's broken a primary exhaust pipe, so he's going to be okay, but his motor might run a little warmer now.
Will that present any problem? Will be able to catch up, make some ground on Kendall?
He's trying right now. We'll see whether it happens or not.
Well, the pole sitter not having the best of days as he got to the tire wall, Bob, but they say he may still have a little bit left. He might be able to catch it.
Well, Scott right now is the last car on the